Alrighty, so this is what you can expect in your upcoming week this week. Remember, guys, this is like a general collective reading, so it is quite general. I do feel like a majority of you are like tuned in and tapped in into the energy that I read for. So, and again, a lot of this is repetitive, but it's just because of the energy that we are currently in as a collective. I also feel like today will be like shorter, much shorter than what I usually do, just because I have been spending more time with people because there are currently events and things going on that are bringing like the community together. And I don't know for you guys, but because I have spent quite some time now in isolation and solitude, not exactly by choice, but something I guess like I just had to move through. I'm like way more sensitive now to people's energies. So, like, for example, today, Um, I went to my friend's bachelorette thing, and there weren't like that many people, but still, I was quite like affected by people's energies, and I'm way more sensitive now, and it kind of makes sense when you have spent so much time in isolation and clearing out all the distortions within your own field. It becomes way more sensitive to like even um be around like a small group of people. So I don't know, it's just something I personally never realized that I was this sensitive, and I think I always was. I just wasn't so aware, and I would always um blame my like tiredness on other things. But no, I just it's a lot. So yeah, I felt in just a little bit about like what you can expect for the upcoming week. So again, this probably will be a shorter message, but a lot of it is kind of like repetitive, which at the same time it is good because it like if you keep tuning into these messages and you feel them, like they're for you. It's just a matter of time, right? So, for example, something that keeps coming up is opportunity or like a windfall that will actually excite you, that will be coming in. And it could be literally coming in this week. Again, I said something very similar the week before. And again, this is just the energy that we're in, guys. We are in that type of energy where the wheels are turning. Um, all the months that you have spent in isolation and shedding and letting go and releasing and clearing, like finally things are sprouting for you, right? So if an opportunity hasn't come in just yet, like it will. It literally could be this week or the following week. It is coming in. And I actually wrote down that it may be several options to choose from. So several opportunities. And I believe I said that last week as well, that these could be like quite a few opportunities that come in where you're gonna be like, whoa, um, which one do I go with, right? And that is actually really important because I did write down that like be discerning, because not everyone's intentions are pure. So for example, if it has to do with anything like a collaboration or like some sort of business partnership or like signing a contract, just be aware, be discerning, right? Don't be in that energy of desperation of like, I really need something and I need something signed and I need this to be quick, because you could be. I also actually wrote that down, and some of you are still very much in this like antsy, impatient energy where you're just like, come on, like I'm ready to go, I'm ready to like birth this thing out into the world, I want it to be done now, right? And the thing is, when you're in that energy, it's very easy to slip up in that energy, because like someone can see you, or an opportunity that comes in that isn't quite aligned, and then you're not fully aligned yourself, so you end up slipping into that opportunity and you're like, wait a minute, that wasn't actually fully aligned, right? So just be aware, like your time is coming. I get the impatience, I really do. I get the impatience, the annoyance, the like, come on, I'm ready, I'm ready to go. And like, just know that you being in that energy, because I did a video about being in this energy, you being in that energy means it's literally happening for you. You're so close. Just settle, relax. I know, trust me, but just realize it is right around the corner for you. And you don't want to, like, if five or even two opportunities come in, you don't want to just go with the first one. Do you know what I mean? You really want to tune in with your body, with yourself, to check in with yourself to see if it's truly aligned. Because, yes, things sometimes can look aligned. I'm getting like the image of like a peacock, like something that looks so beautiful, right? And then as soon as you kind of like invest your time and your energy into it, it's like all those beautiful feathers kind of disappear, and then you see it for what it really is. Do you know what I mean? So just be discerning with everything this week, right? So with the opportunities that come in, also with the people that come in, just be discerning, use your intuition. If your intuition is saying something is off, something is off. Don't take it just because it's the first um opportunity. Do you know what I mean? If it's not fully aligned, like, just save yourself the headache, because something aligned is coming in for you. And like, I'll give you an example. I think this was, oh my gosh, I don't know, 2 months ago or 3 months ago, there was an opportunity that came in for me, and they ended up disappearing, like ghosting me. And I did like 3 rounds of interviews that went really well, and they just ghosted me. And usually when something disappears like that, yeah, it might suck, but at the same time, I kind of have always taken it like it wasn't meant for me. Because if it was meant for me, it wouldn't have disappeared, right? And then a month after they disappeared and just ghosted me, they came back, and they were like in that like fiery rushed energy of like, we need you now, we need you this second, yada yada. Like, they were crossing my boundaries. Do you know what I mean? And as soon as that happened, I felt like my body was saying a big no. Like, this was a big red flag, and I still was in a position where I'm like, oh, like, this sucks that my body's feeling this way, that my intuition is telling me that this is like a big, big red flag. Because I was still in a position where I needed something. But ultimately, I've learned to trust myself and my intuition, that, like, if I say no to this, it doesn't mean like that's the only opportunity. Do you know what I mean? It's almost like we are sent these things to see if, like, we can really trust our intuition and our relationship with the divine to always provide, right? To always provide what is for us. Because if we say no to something that has a red flag, we say yes to something that is like a green flag for us, right? And we are aligning ourselves more so to that more golden and the right opportunity for us, and away from something that is just masked that way, but it's not like that. And yeah, so just be discerning, because don't get into that mindset of lack of, I really need something, so I'm just going to say yes. It doesn't feel right in my body, but you know what, whatever, like, I'm just going to do it, because ultimately it'll work out in a way where you're not going to be happy, and it might like end out of nowhere, and it's just going to, I don't really believe in like delays, but you might as well just save this yourself the trouble and just be like, you know what? No, this doesn't feel aligned. There's something weird in this energy. This person's trying to rush me. They're not respecting my boundaries. I'm going to wait for someone who actually sees me, values me, and respects me and my boundaries, right? Wait for that, because those people and those opportunities exist. Um, I also wrote, some tension amongst others can arrive this week. So again, this does connect to be discerning with whatever you're dealing with this coming week, whether that's an opportunity or something within your family, or something that you're sorting out with a certain relationship that you may be ending. And just be aware. But also, the tension, when I was feeling into this also just can feel like worldly. um so again, remember guys, we're plugged into like the collective, every single one of us. Some of us are just more sensitive to us, and others don't really like consciously, they're not consciously aware of it, right? But sometimes, when you're kind of tense and you're feeling like this weird tension, anger, sadness around you, it's not even yours. It's like because things are happening in our world that a lot of people, it's causing tension. So it's easy to tap into that energy when the collective feels that way. So again, it could be just, you might be feeling tense for a number of reasons, of like, you're impatient, you want something to come in, you've been waiting, you want something to finally sort out, or within your own family, or just out in the world. So yeah, whenever those feelings arise, just take a moment for yourself, come back to yourself, and use any practices that help ground you, right? So that you're not so reactive. um Wow, yeah, that's actually, like I said, this is going to be a short one. Oh yeah, one more thing. Finding, so this week could still be like finding more gifts and treasures within yourself. Like whatever gifts you came to share with the world, you could be just finding that within yourself, and also just realizing that you are the source of feeling good, and you are the source of your own love. So I feel actually this connects too with the tension that you may be feeling. Like, if you can just disconnect from that, come back to yourself, ground yourself, you'll come back to your center, you'll come back to your balance, and you'll come back to your wholeness, and to of your heart, which the heart centers you, the heart stabilizes you, the heart harmonizes you. So use this week, connect with it more if you do feel disconnected. And that also just helps with your intuitive abilities and feeling into what's right for you and what's not, right? The numbers 9 and 2 are coming out. So 9 represents ending, spiritual completion, and releasing cycles. So some of you are still releasing cycles. Like I said, we're just in this time. But again, the beautiful thing with finally closing out and releasing cycles, you're starting a new one, a brand new one. And I feel like for a lot of you, this new cycle is like, oh, it's it's going to be the juiciest and the most amazing fruitful cycle for a lot of you. And the number 2 is coming out. So that's choices, balance, partnerships, harmony, and obviously relationships. So again, some of you are still calling in relationships and you could be meeting someone this week, or this could just refer to a partnership, whether, that's like you and, a business partnership that you're creating, like a project together, or like some kind of career job opportunity, right? But again, be discerning, use your intuition, listen to your heart. And if your heart says this is not it, save yourself the trouble. Just be like, nope. And remember, your no just redirects you to closer to that thing that is totally meant for you, which feels like you'll be getting quite a few opportunities. So, yeah, that's all that I have for you. Like I said, short one. As always, you could check out my services and my offerings and my tip jar down in the description box below. Other than that, I'm sending you so much love for this upcoming week, and I'll see you guys on the next one. Bye.